Have you ever gotten a text from a big company and wondered how they get their brand name to show up instead of some random phone number? Well, you're in the right place, because in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you can do the same thing for your business right here in Kenya. It's going to make your communication look way more professional, instantly. I mean, just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got this generic anonymous number that's super easy to ignore, right? But on the right, you see a trusted brand name. That simple little change is literally the difference between being seen and being completely skipped over. Let's get you on the right side of this screen. So let's talk about why so many business texts just don't work. It's pretty simple, actually. When your customer sees a number they don't recognize, what's their first instinct? To ignore it? Or even worse, mark it as spam. And every single one of those ignored messages is a lost chance to build trust and actually connect with your people. Okay, so what's the fix? Well, the solution to this whole problem is actually surprisingly simple. It's called a sender ID, and trust me, it's the key that unlocks professional, branded SMS communication. So what is a sender ID? Think of it as your business's own custom caller ID, but for text messages. It's a name, up to 11 characters, that shows up instead of a phone number. You see it all the time from brands like Safaricom, KPLC, and Equity Bank. It tells the person right away who the message is from, which builds instant recognition and trust. So the big question is, how do you get one? I know, it might sound a little complicated, but we've broken it all down into a really straightforward 7-step roadmap. Let's walk through it together. Okay, here's the entire journey at a glance. First, we'll choose a provider. Then we get your name approved, buy some credits, get your contacts and message ready, hit send, and finally, check the reports to see how it all went. See? Totally manageable when you break it down. First things first, you absolutely need the right partner for this. Your first step is to choose a bulk SMS provider that is officially set up to handle sender ID approvals with Kenya's big networks, Safaricom and Airtel. This is crucial. And look, you've got plenty of options. Here are just a few of the popular providers in Kenya that can get this done for you. It's definitely worth taking a little time to research and see which one is the best fit for your business needs. Okay, step 2. This is the official part, submitting your sender ID for approval. This is basically where you register your brand name with the mobile operators. Don't let it intimidate you, it's really just a little bit of paperwork. And here's the checklist of what you'll need to have ready. You'll need your desired sender ID, of course, your registered business name, a sample of the kind of message you plan to send, and a signed letter. Pro tip, including a copy of your business registration is highly recommended. It can really speed up the approval. Once your sender ID is approved, and congratulations, the next move is to load up your account. This is when you'll buy bulk SMS credits from your provider. You can think of it like buying stamps for your messages. And here is a general idea of the costs involved in Kenya. As you can see, it's a volume game. The more you buy, the cheaper each individual SMS gets. So, if you plan on sending a lot, buying in a bigger batch can save you a good chunk of change.
All right, next up is a bit of prep work. For steps 4 and 5, you need to do 2 things. Get your contact list formatted correctly. That means using the international format starting with 254. And then, of course, write the actual message you want to send.
And as you're writing that message, you need to burn this number into your brain, 160. That's the character limit for a single standard SMS. If you go over, even by 1 character, it'll be sent as 2 separate messages, and yep, you'll be charged for 2. So keep it short and sweet. And finally, we've arrived at the last step of our roadmap. This is so important. Don't just send and forget about it. Always, always check your delivery reports. This data is absolute gold. It shows you what got delivered, what failed, and even why, which helps you clean up your contact lists and make your next campaign even better. Now, sending branded SMS is a powerful tool. But with that power comes some pretty serious responsibility. You have to play by the rules. So this next part is super important. Let's pay close attention. These are the golden rules in Kenya. You do not want to break them. Rule 1, never send marketing or promotional text to anyone on Safaricom unless they have clearly said yes, they want to receive them. Rule 2, avoid political or betting content unless you have very special approval. And Rule 3, make sure your messages always line up with that sample template you submitted for approval in the first place. All right, to wrap things up, let's tackle some of the most common questions you probably still have buzzing around in your head. We'll do a quick little rapid fire round to get you those answers. First up, the big one. Everybody wants to know, how long is this going to take? What's the wait time? And here's the breakdown for you. As you can see, Airtel is generally pretty quick. They often approve within 48 hours, sometimes even the same day. Safaricom, on the other hand, can take a little bit longer, sometimes up to 5 business days, so just make sure you plan for that. So you might be thinking, can I just, skip that whole approval step? It's a tempting thought. But the answer to that is a very clear, very simple no. You can't. Especially with Safaricom, their system is built to block any branded SMS from a sender ID that hasn't gone through the official process. There are no shortcuts here. You got to do it by the book.
And, of course, the bottom line question everyone asks, does this whole thing cost anything? What's the damage?
Well, the honest answer is it depends entirely on the provider you choose. Some will offer a free setup, which is awesome. Others might charge an annual maintenance fee, and that typically ranges from about 5,000 to 15,000 Kenyan shillings. So after all that, we've gone through the process, the rules, the costs. There's really only one question left to answer. And this one's for you. What will your sender ID be?